What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering End. Ooh-wee. Disney. Some more terrible, terrible news for Disney. I just can't. I can't describe how sad I am for Disney. I mean, this is a company that has done nothing but good. A company that has followed Western values, fought for the little guy, never profited in the face of oppression, has always told the truth. And now some jerks like Scarlett Johansson and now Emma Stone are suing them. Well, I could tell you something. Next time I watch an Emma Stone movie or a Scarlett Johansson movie, I'm going to make sure that I use a VPN and I watch it from Taiwan, because it'll mess up their analytics, but it'll also open up a wide variety of other content that I didn't know was available. If you're not using a VPN in 2021, I highly recommend using private internet access. It's the one I use. It's they have an incredible offer for my viewers specifically. So if you right click on the link in the pinned comment below or in the description, get yourself protected. Now, Disney stock is currently in free fall, down a full percent for the day, erasing millions in market cap. I'm sorry, billions in market cap as it continues to fall, as the second major lawsuit is now on the horizon. Now, if you follow the news, you saw that Scarlett Johansson essentially got hosed out of performance opportunities. What I mean to say is, if the movie made $400 million in the box office, she would have got a $5 million bonus. $500, $10 million. $600, $15 million. What I'm told is she lost upwards of close to $50 million. She's trying to say it's because it was released on Disney Plus, not because the world's gotten over Cape films, but that's neither here nor there. Now, Emma Stone is also considering suing Disney over the Cruella release. Now, I'm a big Emma Stone fan. I think Emma Stone is a beautiful woman. I wouldn't say that many of her movies were my style. Think Easy A, which is like a billion years ago. Was she also in the... I think she was also in The Rocker as a bass player. I always appreciated that. Teddy Geiger, I think, was the lead singer of that band. And then the guy that plays Dwight Schrute. I can't think of his real name right now off the top of my head. He's the star of it, but Emma Stone really is the star of that. Emma Stone is reportedly considering suing Disney over Cruella's hybrid release after Black Widow's Scarlett Johansson filed her own lawsuit. Emma Stone is reportedly considering suing Disney. The villainous origin story premiered simultaneously in theaters and on Disney Plus on May 28th, utilizing the $29.99 Premier Access feature that previous Lockdown Pictures, Mulan, and Raya and the Last Dragon launched. While the Stone-led flick was considered a success amongst audiences and critics, the box office numbers weren't terribly impressive. Many speculated that Cruella's hybrid release cut into its overall numbers. Well, here's the thing that's weird to me. What do we think that the hybrid release is really telling us? Does it mean everybody's pirating it? Now, I wouldn't ever pirate a movie, but if you are a member, use a VPN, particularly private internet access. If you were to download anything, I'm saying, just use a VPN, not pirate. That's not what it's for. But the idea that these films are doing really poor, does that mean that people are just not interested in Disney films anymore? Does it mean that everyone's like fine just waiting for them to be free? I actually think that's what it is. I think that, if you're like me, I don't really care about going to the theater as much anymore. And I know if I know a film will eventually be on streaming, I'm totally fine waiting for it. I think the only film I paid to digitally watch was Sonic, and that was just to support the movie. I think that was $20, not $30. Disney's latest blockbuster to hold a dual debut was highly anticipated Black Widow, though the Marvel flick saw solid opening weekend numbers for lockdown times. Natasha Romanoff saw a big loss. Scarlett Johansson filed a lawsuit against Disney, citing that Black Widow's Disney Plus release was a breach of contract, and now that's led Emma Stone to consider it. The former THR editor, Matt Belloni, who took to exclusive newsletter What I'm Hearing to report that the Cruella star is currently considering a lawsuit of her own. Emma Stone, star of Cruella, said to be weighing her options, he wrote. Now, I wonder, what does that mean? If you sue a former employer, what's the trade-off? I think you could probably be reasonably certain that you will never work for them again. So this is probably something to consider, especially Emma Stone, who, is younger and has a long career ahead of herself. This means you'll never be in a Star Wars movie. You'll never voice act for Disney Pixar. You'll never be in another Disney movie or, a Fox movie or, the X-Men movies. All these things probably mean that you're not getting hired in those movies. Belloni also posed Emily Blunt's name as a talent that could speak out after Jungle Cruise opens this weekend. He called Disney notoriously difficult to deal with in these circumstances, adding that fellow creatives have been waiting in the wings for someone in the spotlight to speak out. Belloni indicated that Johansson has had overwhelming support of her fellow artists and speculated that the issue won't be quieted. Disney's lawyers were quick to respond to the Oscar-nominated talent's action with a contentious statement. The studio claims that they were completely adhered to all stipulations in her contract, a possible attempt to undermine the actress's claims. The statement, her salary wasn't hindered by Disney Plus release, but instead increased. That, of course, seems really unlikely. Either... Oh, I didn't finish that thought. So either people are fine just waiting for it, or people are pirating. Now, I'm a little too old to be in that game so much these days, but, in the days of file sharing websites and things like that, there's a million websites where you can stream these movies, and when you have a digital release, it just makes it a lot more available, and especially in a lot higher quality. I remember somebody told me one day that when movies came out, they would look for, downloads, but they'd always be screeners. It took a while for the DVD rip to come out. Well, now you're getting high quality DVD rips on release day, and so maybe people are doing that. But I've always maintained, and I think data supports this too, that, pirating, like in video games, doesn't really cost you a lot of money, because most people who pirate video games weren't going to be a paying customer for that game anyway. And it just doesn't have that significant of an impact. The game companies like to convince themselves of this, which is why they spend hundreds of millions of dollars on intrusive DRM. But I don't think that there's a movie, especially with movies, there's not a lot of movies I think that people are like, oh, I'm going to pay $15 for it. And then instead just download it. Yeah, it happens, but I think the widespread availability of these type of movies, digital downloads of these movies, maybe it just, more people consume it because it's there. But I don't believe that a lot of people who are like, I'm going to go see Cruella in the theater, and then they're just like, I'm going to download it. It's probably bigger in the film industry. This is something Disney has dealt with forever. I remember they like sued some kid who downloaded a bunch of Disney movies like back in the day. But this is not a good look for Disney, as another major actress comes out and looks to be suing them. I, of course, am taking no joy in reporting down 2 points today. But actually I am taking a lot of joy in it. Haha. Suck it, Disney. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. I'll be working Saturday, I think, as well. It's the last day of the month, so we'll do some streaming and have some fun. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.